Actually, I didn't really think about it at all. But
I feel very good wearing this shirt. Like, it makes me feel happy, which
what is
does
this,
its job.
What
so.
is that shirt for?
Hmm?
What's that shirt for?
Shut
What's
up.
Solo 2?
I'm
Self-explanatory.
sick of this
Shut
joke.
up. Thank you.
Also,
Thank
I'm a
you.
big fan of the Taylor glasses,
Look.
timeline.
But wait.
The
What's
timeline.
self-explanatory?
Like
you gotta
we're now
explain
in that
to me.
timeline.
You gotta explain to
I'm
me
not
what that
gonna
shirt
get
is.
Phase 2.
I'm
Phase 2 of
boycotting it.
Taylor.
Phase 2, yeah.
What's phase 3?
Because they're nice and big. They just really accentuate the face. you know?
Big.
Phase 3 is no lenses.
Like your face is almost too boring without the glasses. now.
Real
It is.
D3D.
And my eyes are much more vibrant.
I disagree. I just got that.
So you want to scooch over a bit so I can face the camera more?
Well, you can get close.
I know. I don't want to. I want you to move over a bit.
Oh,
Making this guy work for it. Can we start this
what
shit?
is this? This is a box.
Oh, I was ready to go, and then
I'm ready. I'll be ready
I'm ready
when
for
I want to be ready.
years.
I'm ready. How do I sound?
better.
You didn't answer
You
me.
sound
you
great,
sound
man.
good.
Okay, thank
Taylor, you've been off and on because
Thanks,
you.
Doc.
Actually, he did answer. He said your mic is off, which I guess doesn't fully answer the question, but it kind of does at the same time.
No.
It almost answers the question too well.
I'm waiting for Taylor because I'm worried.
Taylor Field.
You have tools, right? At some point, I'm gonna bring my tool chest. I'm just gonna
The
tighten
tool
these.
chest.
I'm
He
looking
doesn't
to
have
bring
a
the whole
box.
chest.
He doesn't have a tool
You're not
box.
even gonna bring the necessary tool. You're
Well,
just gonna
you
bring
gotta
the whole
chest.
I'm looking at a tool right now.
Yeah, who
Hey,
has
yeah.
toolbox? Who has toolboxes anymore?
Yowza.
Just fucking
I have a
bring
toolbox.
chest.
At
Bring a
work.
chest.
Yeah, but he has a chest.
I'm a handyman now, Kirkland.
Are you?
I fixed
Handyman.
my toilet.
Oh,
She's fixing my toilet. Did you install
Fix
your?
is one
I think
thing.
I
He's
meant the-
handyman. It's
Have
like
you
the
installed
Solo
a
2
bidet
movement.
into your toilet?
Bidet. I'm not a big fan of the bidet.
Have you tried it? It's
I
literally
No,
changed
folks,
my life.
I
Mexico
tried.
one.
It's
I
literally
tried.
changed my life. Tune
Really?
in to the
Let's
after
keep
9 and
going.
I'll explain it.
you like
I'll be there for
squirting
that.
your booty with a bidet?
I used to fear the morning shit, and now I embrace it.
Now it's become
You know,
part of you. Yeah.
Sometimes 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you got some ass rot.
Ass
no
rot.
longer.
Ass rot.
No longer.
Ass rot. Wow.
I'm living in.
That's quite.
Have you heard of
the
toilet
2022?
paper before?
Yeah, have you heard of toilet
Oh,
paper?
fam.
You just
I'm so
smear the
sorry.
poo around? Come on now.
Oh,
That's so
no.
ancient. If you had poo on your arm, would you just wipe it around with
You
a
should go to
dry
India.
towel?
You'd really like
There
it.
go
They
our
have bidets there,
sponsors.
right?
Pooping in holes
Yeah.
with bidets
There go
everywhere.
all our
Do they have
sponsors.
Oh, well, there's like a hose bib.
Are we
on the
are we
wall.
live right now?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
This is the day. Geeks
Hello
are
and
live.
welcome.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck finding running water.
Half our viewers gone. I don't blame you.
This
Ladies
is
and gentlemen,
authentic Geek First, Travis.
welcome.
We're
I'm
throwing
sure
a
it
retro
is.
over this one.
Welcome to the Geekverse podcast. Not sure what episode it is because we are recording this in a different timeline. I am the mysterious Storm of Norman Trasnell.
I'm Adam Hart Caster, Dylan Muss.
I'm the Norman Orsman Taylor Field.
Oh,
Norman
God.
Orsman, I am your friendly neighborhood caster.
Hey.
You sound like a fucking disease. You've Norman Orson. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't guessed, we've been promoting this for a little bit, but I have to say, by next week, Spider-Man Far From Home will be dropping. So
Cannot wait.
My God.
that's what this cast is in honor of. If you want any Spidey content, we've done it all.
Oh,
we
man, we got you
reviewed.
covered.
We've reviewed Homecoming. We reviewed the PS4 game. We've reviewed the entire anime 1990 classic series. We reviewed every Tobey movie, every Andrew Garfield movie. So
Oh my God.
everything Spidey is
Almost
done
too
on
much
this podcast. So if you like that, go check it out. Check out all our other reviews. Lots of reviews been dropping. So this is a fantasy fan cast draft. I'm not sure what it's officially titled, but it's a Spider-Man draft. What we did is we've done this for kind of Comic-Con. That's a bit different. We just pick actors, and the best example is the Fox and when Marvel bought Fox and the Fantastic Four and X-Men were back up for grabs. We did a cast where we picked I think 12 or 15 characters, and we all cast them. It works the same way. We're gonna live
We've
on
done
air.
it before for Nintendo as well. That was kind of fun.
Well, yes and no. We never did the draft way. We just kind of threw out.
No, it was a little more. It was a little less formal. You can
Yeah.
It was very casual.
We're going to do it again in the future because we got more characters to cast. But so you're going to see us live on air, figure out who's going to go. And then what's going to happen is we are going to list out who we think are the best actors for this. But once the actor is picking, or that actress, they are off the list completely. You can no longer take
Vanquished.
them. So it is our version of,
Shadow.
it's our chess. We got to outsmart, outwit, outplay each other, So I'm going to read the roster of the people we will be casting today, and then we'll figure out who will be doing this. So we are going to be casting Uncle Ben,
Uncle.
J. Jonah Jameson, Hobgoblin, Black Cat, Doc Ock, Kraven, and Norman Osborn.
Heyo.
Mhm.
I feel like you did that in reverse order.
He did.
I did. I got to build up to the big
Okay.
guy, the big
Let's go.
bad
Goody
gobby, the
daddy.
big bad gobby daddy.
Going back to formula.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's
exactly.
what this podcast's all about. Back to formula. So, I'm in out. I guess figure this out.
With 4 people. All right, I'm in.
I
Rock,
said
paper,
I
scissors?
said like 10 times, and then if not, then we'll do. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
Can you explain the rules of this again?
Okay, you either flash one finger or 2 fingers. It doesn't
Flash
make
it.
sense because there's 4 of us, but we're
Should
going to
we do
do it
3
until
fingers?
there is 1 man out. Make sense?
Okay.
So the odd man out wins.
Yes.
So you want to be out first?
Yes.
There's only 1 round. There's not. This isn't a tournament, Taylor.
Do we have to hit our second hand?
Well,
or
then
are we
how,
just gonna
who do we
air it?
figure out goes second? Will we just go clockwise
Yeah, I
then?
think just clockwise.
Okay. Okay.
One.
Odd man
2, 3.
out.
It's me, baby.
Okay.
I chopped all
Oh,
of
you
you.
chopped
Wow.
all of
Okay,
us.
so-
I'm a known scissor picker when it comes to rock, paper, scissors.
Good
I've
to
dropped
know.
nothing but scissors
I'll
for
remember
years.
that.
For years.
I'll remember
he'll
that.
change it
Mhm.
up.
No,
All right.
I don't.
So Dilmus will go first, and what's going to happen is Dilmus is going to pick the character, and then we're going to go around the room, and then after that, Taylor will go, and he'll pick the character and go around the room, and etc. and so
Right.
forth, and
I didn't
everything
really
like that.
strategize
I'm so
you know,
giddy.
how I'm going to take
So
you guys
giddy.
out here.
So we're starting. So anytime you want to go, Dylan.
Yeah, I really do. Okay, so first I get to pick which character we're going to do first, and I might actually.
I'm so nervous.
I think I'm going to go with Doc Ock first. Doc Ock's gonna be the first one.
okay.
And here's why. Originally,
Exotic.
I was actually going to go for the Olivia Octavia route.
Ooh,
I was going to do
I
female.
like that.
But then I had just a revelation today. I was like, this is the perfect human being. And this guy is pretty talented. I think he could show up in various categories. So I want to scoop him up right now. I don't even know if... I don't know if Kirkland would pick this guy, but I think Travis and Taylor could have. So
This is interesting.
I might be sneaking this from under your feet. For Doc Ock, I'm going to cast the one, the only, Jesse Plemons.
Ooh,
Okay.
A
That's
legendary
Plemons.
actor.
Legendary. Whoa, wow.
I definitely wouldn't have picked him. So
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen something with him.
I'm googling him right
It's
now.
a good pick now. I didn't have him, but that's a good pick because he's a very comedic actor now, we know.
He's No, I picked him more
Huh.
because of his ability to be serious. I think he would fit. Like he just has the look of that
Mhm.
character. First of all, I think he could be like that friendly kind of professor kind of character. But then he could also be terrifying when he
Mhm.
needs to be. So he could really fit the character well. And I think he's just a strong actor, so he could hit all those emotional cues and the scary cues.
Yeah, I just meant in the sense of I feel like almost anyone in MCU kind of has to have has done some comedy in their career because I think almost everybody, even they made Mads Mikkelsen quip in Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, right? So they're gonna
Yeah,
throw out
true.
one other than Thanos, I'd say other
Mhm.
villain like what Dormammu I guess doesn't quip.
Dormammu.
Yeah,
It's kind of comedic though, like his scene around
Yeah.
him. But yeah,
okay, it works too because he's 31. I wanted to see how old he was, but yeah, he's 31, and
Is
yeah.
he? I thought he was like 47.
No, he's only 31.
Damn.
He
So
is,
Jesse.
to bring that all back, he is married and just recently had a baby to Kristen Dunst, who played the original MJ.
Oh,
dang.
interesting.
He's marrying in the family.
And I was
like
going
it.
to shut this out. Like the Comic-Con draft, we get points for that. We are not doing that for this. Obviously, if someone actually gets cast, and that's just a full and that person won. But I forgot to mention, we will be on Facebook. We are going to put at the end, a few days, we're going to let this go out, let people listen to it. And then we're going to put all our respective lists, and you fans can vote on it. And we'll announce it on the Spider-Man Far From Home cast, who the fans' choice, where that thought we
Yeah.
did the best. So,
Interesting.
no points, but for pride, So, because Dylan and Tyler Briggs won the last fantasy fan draft, Juicy 2 with the Fox and Marvel one.
Sure did.
Just because Kyle loves Emma Stone, bastards. So,
Nope, that was a strategic choice. I knew how to pull at Kyle's heartstrings.
Taylor, I did forget to make. I ran out of time. I forgot to make a list today of characters.
excited about
I know.
that.
I've
What
work,
are you
man.
talking about?
Because I was gonna
Oh,
try to make a
who's
list
Taylor
and
gonna
guess who Taylor was gonna
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
So I'm just trying to think Doc Ock. So yeah, can I ask you one question? Because here's a little preview for other people. We're recording a Batman fan cast back to back. You can get that on Patreon after that. That'll be coming out for the public
Ew.
a little later. Do you have Nicolas Cage on any of your lists?
Yes.
Okay,
Mm.
I'm happy. We've done about 4 drafts now, and he's never popped up. He did pop up. He's playing Slippy in the Nintendo world, but
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure he's playing Slippy the Toad from Star Fox.
In what though?
What in the Star Fox movie we cast him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a
Oh,
long
I
time
see.
I
ago.
can't remember
Oh,
that
okay,
draft.
okay.
He's the thumbnail.
I
That's
thought
what I
you meant like he was
remember.
actually cast in a Star Fox movie. I'm like, I didn't hear about any of this.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
No,
Yes.
the thumbnail for the cast, it's because in the back way we didn't do thumbnails, so it's just some image from the cast, and it's a photo of Slippy, and that's just Nick Cage going besides
I love
Slippy.
it.
So okay, so
Nick Cage, who has already played a version of Spider-Man recently.
That's right.
mm-hmm.
The
I think
the
Nick Cage
noir
could
one.
pop up anywhere other than Black Cat, maybe even Black Cat.
I could see it. I could see it.
So
I mean, they had the
Taylor-
gender swap in Doc Ock, right?
Gender swap.
yeah. So
Well,
Taylor,
still,
who
good
is
nothing.
your Doc Ock pick, and why did you make this pick?
My Doc Ock pick is the one and only Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think, I was definitely going for age kind of scale throughout these drafts. And I definitely thought, I can picture like the goggles on him and I can picture the forearms. I just see him,
Like
where he's
goggles.
old enough to play that smart kind of like science role.
He's
and-
38. Talking about a guy that does not look 38.
Damn.
Yeah, I just feel like he could just fit into that universe fighting Spidey and stuff like that. And
How
it
is
just,
he 7 years older than Jesse Plemons? That makes no sense. I think you looked at the wrong Jesse.
Oh
Plemons.
man, it's him.
He's clearly in his 40s.
But yeah, I'm sold. I would want him as Doc Ock for sure. I think he could definitely pull it off. He's got the humor obviously already,
Yeah.
and Feige loves that in the movies. So
Feige loves that.
That's
Oh,
a different. That's a strange pick. I did not see that
That's a
coming.
Taylor pick for
Mm.
sure.
He was rumored for Spider-Man at one point in his career. So we've had 2 Spidey connections so far.
He's played Robin previously.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Kirkland, are you gonna break the chain with no Spidey connections?
Are you going with the female?
Yes, I'm not going with female. While you two are going, I have 2 that I really wanted to do, but since
We'll
you guys
do
were
honorable
kinda-
mentions at the end.
Oh,
too, so we
okay.
can, yeah,
Okay,
we'll,
good,
yeah,
okay.
or
So I
maybe we
won't
can do them
mention
at the
them
end of the. Well, I won't do the end of this round because I have some
I
actors
might-
crossover.
Yeah, I might, yeah, crossover.
Yeah, but at the
Okay.
end of this, we'll read off our list, and we
Okay.
have any honorable mentions, we'll shut them out. Because
That's
see
a
the
good idea.
gamesmanship, we can't. It's all
Okay.
about
All right.
Game
so
of
yeah.
Shadows.
What do you got, Quake?
This one, so my 2 picks, I'll obviously reveal them in my honorable mentions.
Sure.
But there's a big age gap, I
Hmm.
think, between the 2.
Mm.
The one I'm going with is the one and only Mr. Michael Fassbender.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, I'm going with Mr. Michael Fassbender because I feel like he could just sell. Like, although he is a villain, I'm like kind of rooting for him, and he is going for the greater good. I feel like he could kind of have some good chemistry between him and Spider-Man. Like, I don't know, just more playing on like that
Mhm.
PS4 Spider-Man, where like he's kind of a mentor, but then at the end of the day, you gotta
Yeah.
take him out. And I just feel like he's just such a great villain. I would just love to
He
see him in
is.
that
So
role.
I thought about. I didn't have Fassbender there, but he popped up multiple times. How come? Do you think there's a chance after Magneto he jumps back into a world like that? That was my reluctance of putting him in anywhere.
I mean, I'm gonna 100% be honest. I don't think like 80% of my list is actually gonna get casted.
Fair
Right.
enough. Fair
But-
enough.
Yeah, that's not what I was going
No,
for.
this is
either.
my fantasy draft. This
Okay.
is what I want to
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
So
I
I'm
respect it.
excited to reveal my other honorable mention because that'll be an interesting conversation. I
James
think.
McAvoy.
So you did
No.
keep up with continuity because Michael Fassbender
he
was.
in?
No, but he turned down the role of Lizard as Amazing Spider-Man to play Magneto. So
Okay.
Good
I
for
feel-
him.
I feel
A-
like that
a
is-
wise
is that a
choice, I would say.
continuity thing though? If he wasn't actually casted,
he was connected to it. It
Okay.
was a fun thing.
he
but
knows about it.
I'm glad he
So
made
let's
that
continue.
choice, I'll say.
100%.
I think I'll have to agree with you.
So I'm gonna break that chain because this person I picked for Doc Ock does not have any connection to any Spider-Man. It is a fantasy thing, but it's just a little weird nerd Travisism that I tried to pick people that I thought actually had a chance, just because like in my brain I'm just trying to think. So I did go the much older route, just because I've always viewed Doc Ock as old guy. And this one was surprisingly tough for me to cast when I was really looking at actors, because the guy who did Amazing Spider-Man 2 did a perfect job. So I went with Colin Firth is who I went with. He's from Kingsman. He's from British Journal Diary.
Yeah.
Love Actually, and he is a nice British gentleman, but I think that's the way Doc Ock should be. He should come off as a nice, could be your, almost your uncle per se, something like that. He should be a fatherly figure, but then can be cold and dark. And Colin Firth can do that. Other than Kingsman, he hasn't been in a comic book movie before, to my knowledge. So, and yeah, I want to try. Even though I always forget Tom Holland is quite younger than the other people, I still try to go older. I went quite a bit older, so that might hold him back because I think he's like mid 50s, maybe getting to his 60s. But yeah, I went with Colin Firth, a very distinguished actor. But this one was tough because I had 2 other ones, but I felt the 2 other ones were really like typecast. So I'll reveal those later. But yeah, so Colin Firth, that
You're
was
going
my
for
pick.
that 40+ route that I like so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but Doc Ock is an older guy. I'm not Black Cat and like well, actually, there's a lot of older characters on here, to be honest. Uncle Ben's pretty old. So.
Taylor, what character are you doing?
What character am I doing?
Oh, I'm
Wow,
so
don't cut me
nervous.
right off.
What do you
I'm
mean?
so
What character
giddy.
am I doing?
You're up next.
I get to pick. So it's not continuing the cycle with
You think I would pick first every single time?
You think one man
No
out
one
game
listens
is just
to
gonna
me.
define the rest of this cast?
Okay.
Come on, Taylor.
Who am I gonna pick? Okay. Okay. I have like 3 really good ones I want to pick, but I don't think any of you guys actually picked the names. I love these actors. You might have, so I'm gonna go with Black Cat.
Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Let's
this is an
go.
interesting one. Here we
Let's
go.
go.
I have like 7 picks for this one. This is gonna be
I have like one good one and then a backup if
Okay.
all else fails.
Yeah, when I was looking into Black Cat, I like full on was afraid like, okay, Kirkland might have this
Oh
one,
shit!
but I mean
think you
maybe
have
not. 'Cause, like, but I'm gonna go with the legendary Kiernan Shipka.
Okay, I didn't ever.
The
That's a
legendary.
Not
decent,
legendary.
decent,
yet.
decent pick actually.
She plays
You guys were throwing the legendary
Sabrina
word is
on the
way too
Netflix
much.
show.
Really?
what
Yeah.
Netflix show?
Sabrina.
I always forget that's her
She's
name.
great.
I think she is a great actress, and I want to see her in like more projects because I haven't seen her in anything else outside of Sabrina. But I love what
You
she's
should
able
watch
to do in
Mad
Sabrina.
Men. You'd hate it.
Mad
She was
Men?
really young in that one, right?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
How old? Like 11 or something? Like a child actress.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But even then, she had the chops. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about Black Cat as like who she is as a character, but I kind of picture she's probably around the same age group as Peter Parker is. I'm assuming at that
Yeah,
point.
it's gone back and forth. There's been times where it has been. Then there's been time where she's 20 years older than him. So
Okay.
Ooh,
Hey,
I didn't know
so-
about that.
yeah, because in one comic, they're in love and they decide they're gonna take off each other's masks. She takes off her mask. She's ready to go.
She's just wrinkly.
Spider. No. She's not. She's a good-looking woman. Then Peter takes off his mask and she like throws up and gets really grossed out because he's just a teenager.
That is so rude.
Wow.
Well, but he's like 16 and she's like 35 or something. She's like literally committing a crime and she didn't even
Okay,
know about
fair
it.
enough.
So
As long as
So
it's not doing anything.
you go
right?
either way. Yeah.
It happens.
That's an interesting pick because I could see it, but like, I don't know. Personally, I feel like when I'm picking Black Cat, I'm picturing a more like no shots at
Oh, I know
Kieran and
what you're about to
Shipka,
say.
but like more like just I don't know, like
Grown
Or
up.
a matured
like
woman.
athletic or like a
Athletic,
gymnast
oh.
looking
You're not
physique.
athletic. Yeah.
Risky
A
word
gymnast
choice.
looking
It's that
physique.
white hair that kind of really started to
Oh
sell me
yeah,
on
for
it.
sure.
Well, it's a wig.
I know, but a guy can dream, you know.
But I mean, as Felicia Hardy, she has like blonde hair typically, at least from the Felicias I know.
That's true. Okay. Are we moving on to me?
All yours.
Oh, thank you. Just
Wow.
to chug that along. Yeah, my pick. It's funny because it kind of doesn't fit under that like classic Black Cat look. It would be more of like a new MJ style, like kind of what Zendaya would do with it. So I don't know, just changing up the pace. This one I'm going with my girl Naomi Scott from Aladdin.
Yes.
I don't know.
She was on my list.
She was
Let's
as that
age.
pick or someone else
Well, I would say she was one of my backups.
for
I'm
Black
not,
Cat.
So so I'm not
Oh, okay.
heartbroken, but
So-
I was in that same.
Yeah, no,
sphere.
I knew like a little bit about her like after seeing Power Rangers, but Aladdin just sold me on her. I'm like just fanboying after her
Yeah.
now. She is just great actress too.
Just sending her all
And,
these tweets like,
Very,
"Hey,
very
hey,
athletic.
Hey, what did you do today? No, definitely not.
what'd you do today?"
Want to take a magic carpet ride?
Definitely
Blocked.
not. But no, I just feel like she seems pretty athletic and like in good shape, gymnast style. That's my criteria for
Young
Black
gymnast.
Cat. But I don't know. I feel like she'd be a fun Black Cat. I could picture her wearing that mask. That's a big
Right.
selling feature for me.
Like the
I
goggles.
don't know how she would look with like white hair and stuff, but hey, anything could change.
I can Photoshop you a picture. So you can have a visual reference.
Send it to her.
I'll
Kirkland can tweet. He can tweet it to her. Hey,
Oh no. Okay, that
should
got
be Black
weird.
Cat.
have you heard of
That
Black
got
Cat,
weird.
the Spider-Man character?
Hey,
Oh.
Felicia.
I shouldn't have joked around. It's gonna haunt me now. I'm sorry, Naomi Scott.
You done over there?
I'm all done, man. It's all you.
Stalker.
Fucking rude.
I'm going for this is not going to be a sexy pick for the guys in the room because she's kind of a no name, but Taylor will know her because she was just in a trailer at the time of our timeline. What was that movie called? You post that trailer in the group there, the Don't Hide or Hide and Seek or whatever it was. when you said this looks fun?
Oh, right. What is it called? Ready or Not.
So I'm picking Samara Weaving. She's the daughter of Hugo Weaving. I watched this random movie when it came out called The Babysitter on Netflix, and it was this kid. He's in love with it, and you should watch it. It's a fun, like, hour-and-a-half movie. He's in love with his babysitter. Have you watched it, Taylor?
Oh, I've watched it.
Yeah. So he's in love with his babysitter, and he's just a little kid, and she's babysitting one night when the parents are gone. He goes downstairs because she invites some friends over. The kid thinks she's asleep. She thinks the kid's asleep. When she walks downstairs, her and these kids are just killing someone and performing like a cult kill and whatnot. And it's really fun. And she's very charismatic. And she's in that. She's also going to be in Bill Ted 3. So her career's kind of moving up. And even though I thought about going older. She's only 4 years older than Tom Holland, so you could play that up a little bit. But I don't think if we get Black Cat in the MCU, they're ever going to do that. Oh, it's an older woman with Tom Holland. I just don't think they'd go that route. I think they'd keep it age appropriate. Yeah. Oh, and the Spider-Man ones, we just pick people we like. By the way, the Batman one, when we do that, there's some rhyme and reason with rumors. We just pick characters that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just I didn't show that at the beginning of the cast, and I want to see Black Cat. Yeah, she's a ripoff of Catwoman, but I guess I like cat-like females that are slinky. But
it's a classic archetype.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, she's a really good actress. I saw her in that, and I think I gotta go back to the podcast. I may have threw the big star tag on her because I was a big fan of her. And the movie, the rest of people are kind of fine, but she really stood out. So she's just good at being funny. She's good at being coy. She's good at being very flirty and whatnot. She's good at, I guess I can say, being sexy because she's older than me. Thank God. You never know nowadays. So like she just everything that I thought.
You never know nowadays.
Well, look at Jesse Plemons. Too old for you, Dylan.
Yeah, he's a child.
Yeah, too young for you. Yeah, but just everything I thought, and I had a really good pick for my second one. So this one was tough, but I went with her just because she's kind of on the upswing, and I think she'd have good chemistry with almost anybody. So
she's got a good look too.
And she got a good dad.
Yeah.
Great actor. So those chops passing out. Elron, Red Skull. Her dad's already been. Maybe that won't get her to the gig though, because her dad kind of trashed the MCU for a little bit. So that sucks. But Samara Weaving, my pick for Black Cat.
A solid pick.
Felicia Hardy,
though I don't know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Looked at a picture. She looks like she could fit the part.
Yeah, she's good.
My pick is someone that I've thrown some love to on other fan casts in the past, and perhaps in the future when we do another one that will release sometime within the next month. I'm gonna give this one to Emilia Clarke.
Okay.
Someone who I definitely think will show up in some sort of comic book role at some point.
You picked her on your Marvel draft, n'est-ce pas?
That's what I was hinting at.
Yeah, sorry.
You're hinting too well. I did last year, and
so
maybe I keep her. Who knows? You'll have to watch
let's go
to find out. But yeah, she's fantastic. I think she could definitely. I don't know how old she is. I want to say she's a few years older than
32.
Tom Holland.
So she is. She's 8 years older than him. So you could play up the older.
Yeah, that could be a fun dynamic, and I think she still looks pretty young. Not like a Jesse Plemons who's
no.
She's older than Jesse Plemons, and she.
That's fucking crazy to me. I don't believe you at all.
He's gonna tune in. Like, I can't wait to see.
Hey, Jesse, I love you, man. I'm just shocked how young you are. You have a long career ahead of you. I'm excited.
You know how he's gonna tune in. He's gonna be working on a movie with Naomi Scott. He's like, look at this guy who's creeping me, and then he's gonna hear you take a shot. We lose all our celebrity fans.
Yep. Yeah, we don't have many of those already. Well, maybe we do. They just don't.
We're losing them.
Yeah. We're losing what we don't have.
Not just JJ.
I don't know what to say. She's a fantastic actress. I think she could fit the part. We've seen her with white hair before and looks great. So yeah, I'd be down for that reality.
She looks very similar with her dark hair to Felicity Jones, who also is the only person to also play Felicia Hardy, the only person.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a character in the movie.
She had 2 scenes in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
so.
fantastic character.
Yeah.
What? She played?
Felicia Hardy is an Amazing
Not
Spider-Man
Black Cat.
too. Yeah. Yeah, she didn't get to Black Cat, but she played Felicia Hardy. Yeah.
Interesting.
She also had a bunch of scenes cut because her and Harry had like a love subplot, but they cut it.
Very cool.
Which sucks because I thought Felicity Jones was actually a good cat. Like, she would have been a good Black Cat, I think.
It's hard to say that there was like missed potential because we just didn't see her at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Sinister Six movie. Maybe she would have had a good appearance.
Yeah. So Kirk,
that'd be quite the
That'd
be quite the Feige crossover to just bring her back.
Hey, alternate dimensions now. You never know. Exactly. Give me that. I'm gonna pitch it so much. Give me that Toby, Andrew, Tom thing. It's my new hashtag. Hashtag tat. That's what it is. That's what it means.
Tat?
Yeah, I'm gonna unveil it at a different time. Hashtag tat.
I think you just revealed it.
Toby, Andrew, well, this will come out after. That's why.
Okay.
Toby, Andrew, Tom.
Isn't that short for tattoo? I feel like that's
not
already
this
a
one.
hashtag.
Not this one. Not this one.
Okay.
It's tap it all in capitals.
Moving right along to my pick.
Patzer. What
I
character next?
this character, I'm glad I get to go because I only had one guy picked out for this one. This is my
Okay.
Hobgoblin pick.
Oh, thank
Hobgoblin.
God.
Yeah, you looked a little nervous.
Well, because
I also only have one pick, so
For
I'm
Hobgoblin?
very nervous. Yeah.
This one, I don't think it would happen, but I would probably cry in joy if it did. This
Okay.
is my man, Steve Buscemi.
Oh no!
Let's go. I'm glad I went.
the first casualty of the draft. This always happens, which I feel. I'm so happy because when we did the X-Men one, I was so happy that I had Adam Driver's Wolverine, and then Dylan just snagged him right from me. So karma, it goes around. Dylan
What goes
got a
around
taste.
comes around.
I think I mentioned this. Like,
I think you did actually.
I feel like there was a
few
cast
di-
where I was like,
feel
how
like-
sick would it be if Steve Buscemi was on?
I feel like you
He listened
subliminally
to every
messaged.
Spider-Man cast.
It might have been like
No, it was recently.
It was like Marvel
recently.
Ultimate Alliance 2. I think we were playing that, and you kind of mentioned it or something.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
you
why it
must have
was in my
subliminally
book barbering.
messaged me.
Ooh.
Yeah,
and I should have done it first. You know, I knew I only had one pick, so. I guess
is
I
that your
just-
only character that you have one pick for?
Oh, I actually have a second one. Oh, I'm good. I'm
Okay,
fucking
you're
good. This
good.
one's even
Okay,
better.
cool.
Take that.
All right, I'll give it to
Take
you.
that.
But no, Steve Buscemi, especially watching Reservoir Dogs lately on the awesome Quentin Tarantino retrospective. Go check it out.
check it out.
He's great.
But yeah, I just for some reason when I picture like
He's got the creepy factor.
he definitely has
Oh,
the
yeah.
creepy factor, but he's also got like the ridiculousness to him that I just feel like it would just be fun. Like he could definitely be like freaky looking, but at the same time just like a ridiculous guy. He's kind of got a weird life going
And
on.
if they needed like dramatic moments, he can do that too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I just want to hear him like doing that cackle,
He could
like on
definitely
his
do the
little
cackle.
glider. They're just throwing pumpkin bombs, just raining havoc. But yeah, I don't know. Just like
Shout out to Havoc.
the only person I could really think of too for that role. But yeah, that's my pick.
Cool.
Hobgoblin.
I
Steve
feel like
Buscemi.
Travis is going to take my second pick. Actually.
No, no.
I just have a feeling.
No, not at all. I really don't. I think because you've only seen this actor in one thing.
Oh fuck! It's the same. Yeah, do it. Take it. I know who it is.
From Apostle.
Okay, good. I'm
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. There you go. So again, I feel bad because I have some sexy picks coming later, but these are again some people that I thought were good for the role. So I'm a huge Dan Stevens fan. He's from Apostle, that great movie.
Fantastic movie. Go check
he-
out our review.
Yeah, he played the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, but what he's known from the most is Legion, which is up there with Daredevil and Jessica Jones as just one of the greatest comic shows of all time. Last season's coming out. He plays Charles Xavier's son on it, and it is just a phenomenal mind trip. I always try to get these guys to watch because it's very Hannibal-esque. It's so good, and he is just such a powerhouse, but I never thought he'd get cast. I've had him many times rumbling around, but now that show's coming to an end. I went for the animated series Goblin, where he's the younger guy in the suit who kind of like tricks Felicia. You went for the more crusty one. So
Totally
that's fine.
crusty.
So in my mind, he is the like very suit, very nice, and Dan Stevens can do that. Look at the Beast; he played like a nice, cordial guy. So and he can just get fucking crazy. If you watch Legion, there's times where the villain is like a parasite takes over his brain, and he has to be a villain. And and if no one has seen it, watch The Guest. The Guest is phenomenal. He's so good in it. It's kind of like a like The Gift in a way. Like it's a creepy
Okay.
something's up with this guy, and we don't know what it is.
Very
and yeah, so I'm a big Dan Stevens fan, and yeah, we were talking about this beforehand, me and Kirkland, about I'm interested to see what they do with the costumes if they ever do goblins, unless they do Ultimate Goblins, which I don't want. But their costumes are literally like they're costumes, but they're like skin, so it's kind of
Really stretchy.
we've never had that before, so it'll be a first time. So. And my pitch as well, I view we're going to get to Norman. I don't think Norman will ever become the Green Goblin. I still casted him that way, but I think when we're talking about the MCU, I think Norman will just be Norman, and if we get a Goblin. I don't know if they ever have both.
I didn't cast him that way for me personally. I guess I could explain that.
Which way, like cast him
I
Norman
cast him
and Goblin?
solely as Norman Osborn,
Oh,
not,
yeah?
not Green Goblin Norman Osborn.
Yeah, because I don't know. We might not get Green Goblin like
Yeah.
right away at least, so we can talk about it. But that my intention was if there's gonna be one Goblin, I think it would be Hobgoblin. We haven't seen him. New
Yeah,
aesthetic and that
exactly.
costume. We gotta get it, and he has the superior glider with the purple one in the head.
Superior
Oh, yeah.
He does. Goblins
He
is cool,
sick.
but
Hey,
like
I love Hobgoblin.
yeah, he's fantastic. So we desperately want Hobgoblin in one of these movies. So make it happen.
Make it happen. I feel like instead of prosthetics, they could just like spray paint Steve Buscemi's face. And
Yeah.
like, that's good enough.
A
No,
lot
I
of
think
people
that's
said
true.
that about Willem Dafoe back in the day. Why
Really?
they give him a mask.
Interesting.
Damn. With specifically spray paint.
No,
I kind of like the mask.
Toxic
Like overall,
fumes.
like looking back, I'm glad they went that route.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's a sick costume.
It
but
is.
yeah, but like
Spring it
for
back.
someone like
Looks like
Hobgoblin,
a-
I wouldn't want them to like do the same thing. I want
Yeah.
to
Just yellow.
Yeah,
What about James Franco's new Goblin costume?
James
Oh,
Franco's
God.
new Goblin.
From Spider-Man
Oh
3.
right,
snowboard and all.
I love it.
Oh no!
I love the snowboard glider.
Hate
It's
New
sick.
You didn't sound very convinced.
Sick.
Yeah,
I
you
love
faked
it.
it.
All right, Dilmas. Who do
Okay,
you got
my
for
pick
hobby?
is for someone who's been extremely known to be able to do creepy. Someone who can also emulate a laugh in a really successful way. I'm going with the one and the only Bill Skarsgård,
Bill
Okay, that's an
Skarsgård.
interesting one.
also known as Pennywise in the current It movies.
Mhm.
I think I haven't really seen him do any sort of dramatic stuff, but I feel like he's a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
Is my prediction. But he also, can do the mask. He can do the faces. Like if they do like CGI for Goblin, he could pull that off, I think. And I just love to hear his cackle because we've seen him do another laugh, and it's pretty effective. I would
not.
say. I guess you haven't. Hey, you're not a.
Still waiting for Kyle to get
Yeah.
back so we can watch that together.
Fair enough. You might be waiting a long time.
Yeah,
but
dead.
the second one will be out. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård.
That was a good one. I didn't even think about him. He's primed to be.
Yeah, when you
in-
said you've only seen him in one thing, I was like, oh no, you just took my.
No, I've seen him too. He was in Deadpool 2. Remember quickly.
Oh yeah,
Who
the
character
fucking
was he?
poison guy. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on the X Force.
He like spits poison out. of his mouth.
Oh, okay.
yeah, and he dies in the wood
I
chipper.
forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Saves him at the end. Though.
Taylor Field. Now this is a prediction. I feel like one of the goblins has to be where Nick Cage comes in. To be honest, but
think
that could-
so?
I just feel like you
On a
want to see Nick
snowboard.
Cage on that glider and making those faces. And
Oh, I do. Like Nick Cage, he'd be prime as a goblin. Oof.
So is he this goblin?
No, I went with Fionn Whitehead.
Never heard of this guy.
Who?
Who? I'll let you look him up.
Theon? Like TH?
What's he been
Fionn.
in? What's he been in?
Fionn.
Then I
He's
should
been in
know.
Dunkirk.
Like the guy, the kid that played the main one.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
You went pretty young.
Yeah, I was thinking again that kind of age range of around, Peter Parker's kind of age. I don't know much about Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
I just associated him with probably being
Yeah.
like a younger guy, much younger than
I
Norman
think he'd
Osborn.
be a great Harry Osborn, actually.
And that's probably
Now
what
that
I
you
was
mention
kind
it.
of thinking in my
Mm.
head. Fortunately, we're
He
not
doesn't know who
casting Harry.
Hobgoblin is. He thought he was Harry.
I googled Hobgoblin. Yeah, I thought, isn't it a Goblin? James
New
Franco's
Goblin?
character.
James Franco's character.
Oh fuck! You don't put that costume. Don't do it.
I love
I
this pick for Harry. For Hobgoblin, I don't know.
I kinda
Maybe
think-
Harry becomes Hobgoblin because
Do you
I
think he can do the creepy? Do you think he can?
I
do
think
the
he can.
creepy,
I think the fact
scary?
he delivered the whole role without hardly saying more than like 8 words throughout the whole movie of Dunkirk. I think that sells it alone in facial expressions. Thank you, Dylan. I
Why are you
appreciate it.
laughing over there, Kirkland?
I forgot what New Goblin looked like in that movie.
Fucking-
You're
the
looking
fact
at
that his
him?
name
Looks
is
like
just
an
New
XX
Goblin.
tricky character.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
No, Dylan's right.
He looks even worse than that at times.
It's the lamest name. They couldn't even give him a name. New Goblin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that for a podcast.
There was
next
not a
time.
whole lot of forward.
The
thinking
new
there.
Travis.
New Travis now.
Look at him shred though.
Oh, get it out of here.
I love it. It's
Fun-
so cool.
fun
When,
fact,
when
I-
the grenades come up,
Those are his weapons are cool, and he has that awesome fucking sword.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I was watching that movie last night. I'm getting
Oh,
ready
okay.
for
Very
Far
fun
From
fact.
Home, so
Mm.
still not great, but still great.
Fair enough.
You all done with that one?
Yeah, that's
So
my pick.
Theon White.
Travis.
Okay, I am going with Uncle Ben because this is the one
Ooh.
that I was hoping Kirkland didn't go for because this was the hardest one for me because Uncle Ben maybe will never appear, but I'm thinking maybe some flashbacks here and there. And Kirkland and Dylan might know because I shared a tweet earlier today because there's some viral video going around the time we record this. But I'm going Tom Hanks. I'm making that pick.
yeah.
I thought about that. I'm not even kidding.
And there's a clip going on. We recorded it with them on the Graham Norton show of Tom Hanks and Tom Holland together, and he's making Tom Holland act, and they just have this good rapport and chemistry. Other people have said this before. The only reason I almost didn't is because I think he's about 12 years older than Marissa Tomei, but I just want to. It's just a flashback. They can make him look younger. I love Woody. He's already in the Disney family, so I think you don't have to have and. I don't think Tom Hanks is ever going to do any other sort of comic book role. I can't think.
No.
So I feel like it would be something like this minor where it's just, oh, you're going to see Tom Hanks. And the way I think is if we ever get Uncle Ben is maybe there's some villain or some situation that pertains to Uncle Ben. I don't think he'll just be like sleeping and think about Uncle Ben. We're past that point. But yeah, I'm going with Tom Hanks. Just the classic.
Yeah.
People love him. I have a
I
second
think
one.
that
but
I feel like that's what they would do for Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not necessarily what this pick is. It's who you want to be Uncle Ben, but
Mhm.
I feel like they would go with like some recognizable big actor.
yeah. Because he's not going to be in it much. We know what happens to him unless
Mhm.
they resurrect him. And he's Hobgoblin. He's
Yeah.
New Goblin, actually.
New
New Uncle Ben.
To follow suit,
Mhm.
I'm going to go with another big actor. I'm going to go with Bryan Cranston.
Okay.
Hey.
Just
I had him.
a beautiful gentleman. I think he could really pull off like the emotional stuff, like showing that he had an effect on Peter, even though clearly he hasn't so far. I think I think he could be like, just deliver that classic line that Uncle Ben always does. I think he could nail that perfectly.
Yeah, we still haven't got that yet.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
And will we? I'm not sure, but I think him alongside Marissa Tomei would be pretty nice. I'd like to see that.
That's interesting. Yeah, I had him as another pick.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh.
That's a good pick,
Norman pick, perhaps?
You'll find out.
Well, I won't because you can't pick him anymore.
In honorable mentions.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a
Come on
good
now.
pick because I also think his Malcolm Middle days can shine of being a bit more goofy
exactly.
and fun.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good pick, actually.
He's got it all.
Yeah. Taylor, you getting Godzilla vibes of a dad that passes away?
Please
really
don't
early?
make this
No,
Nicolas Cage.
Oh no! Yeah, because we're getting down to picks.
No, I'm letting the juices boil here.
Juices boil. Jeez.
I think I know
it's
who's Nick
frothy.
Page. I'm not gonna spoil
Nick
it.
Page.
But
Well, we're
You
getting
might
down
know.
there.
You might know. I thought it would be pretty obvious.
I think I know now.
We
Yeah.
only have like 2 characters left, don't we?
So
I
yeah,
think it's
for
someone that may want some pictures.
Uncle Ben, I was thinking of someone who
Oh no!
I was thinking of someone who could be very charismatic and who is definitely within that close age range of Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of someone who didn't like look super old if they were flashbacks or whatever, but someone who just felt like who could be humorous and fit right in charismatically into like that MCU kind of role with Peter Parker. So I'm going George Clooney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
George
just
Clooney.
Fuck.
I can
Just have some super.
Did you
sexy
take
man.
him?
I had him for something else.
Oh no.
Yeah. I had him for. I can reveal it now because it doesn't matter. I had him for Jonah.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I did.
I was thinking
Shit.
about juggling him between Jonah and just juggling him. And but no, ultimately I thought he'd just be a better Uncle Ben, I think. You know,
Oh,
him
man.
with Marissa Tomei.
Ben
I'm interested to see who you were juggling him with because you had other ones.
I like this
I
term
did.
juggling for men.
Damn it.
Me too.
It's kind of fun.
love
that
juggling men.
sucks. All right.
Is that back to me now?
No,
Goes to me.
Kirkland's made his Uncle Ben pick.
Oh, you haven't.
Uncle Ben
Who
pick.
is it?
Coming in hot. This I actually only had one person
Oh,
picked for Uncle
and
Ben.
they haven't been pilfered.
They haven't
yet.
been taken, and I don't know why, but whenever I think of like Uncle Ben, specifically like a memory of him like dying, I could just think of one person only, and that is
This
the
morbid.
I know.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Not what I was.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason I don't know. I can just picture him being like a friendly guy. I don't know.
Friendly
I feel like I
guy.
haven't seen him in that role before, but he
I
can
thought
really
you were
pull
gonna
it
say
off.
Leo for a second.
Leo.
Leo
That's
as Uncle
later.
Ben.
After we just saw him die recently in another movie.
No, I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of in that range of Marissa Tomei. I feel like he's actually 10 years younger than her, but you know, age is only a number.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, that's my pick. Joaquin
Okay.
Phoenix.
It's a good pick.
Uncle Ben.
That's a. I was not
wild
expecting
pick, I would
one.
say.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, what do we have left? We have Norman. We have.
Kraven, and we
Kraven.
have Jonah.
Uh,
So I'm not gonna get to pick another one.
I
but-
am not confident at all with my Jonah picks because no one can replace that legendary JK. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna pick him.
You're fired.
I just thought of a
Um,
meme pick, and I'm doing it
A
for
meme.
Jonah. Yeah, one that like is for the meme.
Oh man, and I have
Kind of.
essentially a 4-way tie for Norman. I have no idea who I'm gonna pick there.
I guess.
So I actually would be fine with some of you guys knocking them out. So I don't think I want to pick that.
Knocking
first.
them out.
I'm not really that confident with any of these other ones actually.
Are you gonna skip?
For Craven, I actually wrote Craven as one of them, which is I don't
That'd
know
be a
what
great
Great
that-
role.
casting.
Yeah,
Great
good
casting.
casting.
Craven is Craven, just some guy. I've been waiting
Okay.
my whole life.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go for Craven.
Okay.
We're gonna do Craven.
Someone I
um,
desperately want to see in one of these movies.
The way I pictured this is like I need someone who's just massive and bulky. I was trying to think of some foreign actors who could really like portray that role, but I didn't really have many ideas. But I'm gonna go with someone who I'm not sure if is capable of doing accents. I think you need an accent for Craven. I'm gonna go with the one and only Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne
Rock.
The Rock.
That's some different pick.
That is
okay.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
I wanna
he's-
hear him try
he's
that
massive. I would love to see him do it. I feel like after, I mean, I guess I haven't seen a ton of his movies lately, but
Have you seen Hercules?
I haven't seen
I'll
Hercules.
pull it up.
Not
That's when they
bad.
give him a long hair wig. So I'll show you.
Mhm. I really liked him in God, what was that?
Jumanji?
Jumanji, yeah. I mean, it's a very different type of character. He's like
Yeah.
kind of squeamish and frightful in that movie. But I think he could really pull off the badass. I think
Definitely can.
he's got the body for it. I could.
That's not bad, really, if you think about it. Craven and wearing
Damn,
him stuff. It's just a thing of him having like a lion on his head.
Right.
And
I think
from
it would work.
Hercules, right? Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah.
I really, and I think there could be a scene of him just bare hands fighting a bear or something, and I think not many people can do that, but I think Dwayne could. So,
Main question is, are they going to CGI the bear?
no.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna throw a real bear at him, and he'll take it out. Well, I'll watch out for that plasma when it comes to Kraven. I'm pretty happy with it. I would love to see that.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. He would have like the comedic vibes as well. Like he'd really have it all. I'm not really sure like how Kraven would fit into the universe. Like it's a pretty out there pick. Like I don't know if Feige's looking for a Kraven, but if he is, look no further than Dwayne.
Well, it has been talked about because I don't know what version of the script this was, but apparently Ryan Coogler, who directed Black Panther, inquired about using Kraven in his movie. So
Okay.
there's been talks of Kraven popping around. I don't know how, but I just because in the comics and in the animated one, he comes in town to hunt something. So it just has to be something for him to hunt. Maybe that's Tom Hardy's Venom's in town, and he's like, oh, I gotta hunt Tom Hardy's Venom. Yay! But I want Kraven.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no. This
is,
can't be Nick Cage. He's too brittle.
This is so
He's too brittle.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen the stuff he's done?
He's the kind of actor to put on like 50 pounds of pure muscle
No,
for a role.
Oh yeah, he'll go
not.
full Christian Bale for his roles.
No, he won't. This is a lie.
Who do you
So
got?
my Kraven.
Oh,
Whoa, what was that?
smashing
My
things.
soul.
So
What do you got?
this is an
Sounds like
actor
you're
that
deciding still.
Well, no, I'm not. I
I'm
definitely
always
got my
deciding,
pick,
so
but
I
I didn't
respect
know
it.
much about Kraven, so I had to like research him and look at his
I was gonna
backstory a
ask
little
if
bit.
You at least give him a wiki,
Yeah, I gave him a quick wiki. So
What do you think of that vest?
I like it. It's revealing, revealing and yet mysterious at the same time.
Right, you don't know what's behind it. Yeah,
You don't know,
but
definitely
you kind of know.
not. My pick though is I'm hoping I'm saying this right. Liev Schreiber.
Who played Sabretooth?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
He was
yeah.
on my honorable mention. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking up like, okay, what do we got for Russian actors out there?
Is he Russian?
He came up on Google. I'm like, hey, this is the guy's Sabretooth. You know what? He could totally
no,
fit
but
this
is
character.
Craven Russian?
Craven? I think so. I think
He
his
is.
wiki said he was
Really?
Russian. Yeah.
His alter ego.
Really, I thought he was like South American.
yeah.
Look
like
into it.
so- yeah.
Pretty sure he's Russian.
His
That's what it
accent is
said.
definitely
I thought he
not
came from the
Russian.
His
Jungle.
name is
I didn't know
Sergei
there was jungles in
Nikolaevich Kranyov.
Oh.
That's pretty Russian.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I've never
Shit.
thought about that.
Dwayne
yeah.
Johnson was the wrong pick. No.
Place of origin.
He can get
Volgograd.
a acting
City in
or
Russia.
voice
Go
coach.
with
Liv Schreiber. Okay, I don't really know this guy, but
He,
looks
uh,
like
Kingpin
Watch
in
X-Men
Spider-Verse.
Origins.
Yeah, he played Sabretooth before, so he's
Was he
played.
Kingpin in Spider-Verse?
Yeah. He's played furry people before.
I forgot that he was Kingpin. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got the ties to Spider-Man already.
He does. Yeah.
Alrighty, good pick. You know what? You picking that makes me not able to pick him, so it's good because I'm down
I'm
to,
helping you out,
to
Kirkland.
3 other men that I can
Three?
juggle.
I'm just
For my
questioning my
picks.
entire life. I did not know he was Russian, but I should put. I guess because I don't refer to him as his last name. He's just Kraven the Hunter to me. But I guess Sergei Karnov. like,
That's
should've
a
known.
Russian
I
name.
guess so. Yeah.
I was thinking South American, and we watched that whole show, and he pops up a few times.
They
so.
don't say. Yeah, he's not Russian in that show for sure. He's just living in.
I
South
feel like
America.
they say Sergey.
They do call him Sergei. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Which is okay. Anyway,
my brother's
Um,
name's Sergei.
Moving along, back to
No,
me.
it's Michael.
This pick, I actually thought Taylor would take it. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm kind of surprised that you went Liev Schreiber over this guy. I have 2 other dudes, but I feel like they have 0% chance of getting cast for this role, or maybe
Oh.
like 1%.
I thought you were just picking who you wanted.
I'll
to
throw
see.
him out after. Well, I want the guy that I'm about to pick.
Okay.
If you let me finish. I'm just kidding. I love when you interject,
Savage.
Dylan. I love you. I'm going with the man, Luke Evans.
Oh, okay, I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just got that look of a hunter and like a woodland creature, like all brought into one.
Bear the boatman.
He's kind of got an accent. I don't think it's Russian, but it's something like
Dylan's
that.
not happy about this pick.
No, I'm not unhappy. I just
Taylor, are you
I
trying
thought
to,
the
are you trying to
woodland-
cause
I thought the
controversy?
woodland comment was funny. I was laughing at that.
No, he was in. What did I see him in last? I think Beauty and the Beast last. He was like Gaston. or
Yeah, and then he
something.
was in Murder Mystery on Netflix, which is not a great movie, but
Is it not? Oh, I was actually pretty excited to watch
My
that.
why
parents
would you
love
say
it.
that? You
Did you
love
think it
you
was
love
gonna be good, though?
everything.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of all Adam Sandler movies, but I saw this and I'm like, I love the
Mm.
chemistry between
It starts
Sandler
good,
and-
and then
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it at some point.
my parents liked it. So yeah.
Adam Sandler's good in it.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Cool.
I don't really
Nice.
know how to elaborate more on the pick, but that's what
solid
I'm going
pick.
with.
He
Thank
has
you.
that look, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I said this to Dylan offcast. I wasn't going to do this too much as far as the Fox and Fantastic Four one, because we can pick any actor, but I didn't want to cross-pollinate too much, but I chose to do it here. just because this is a guy I want anywhere. So I'm reaching back in my bag of tricks. He's my Doom pick, but maybe he doesn't get cast as Doom. I'm going Javier Bardem for this because I was thinking more of that accent as well. I want some thick, like, and he has this thick Spanish accent. Well, I guess he can mix it with Spanish and Russian, but
he's a talented actor.
I can just see him being very intimidating. We've seen many. I also don't think he'll do any of these villains because he's like Christoph Waltz. He's played so many villains. He's probably sick of it. But if you think of No Country for Old Men, you think of Skyfall. But the good thing is about this is Kraven, if they take a route, he's not just like a full-on villain. He has like a personal side, a heartfelt side. So I kind of thought that way where he can be that he's a villain, but maybe something's revealed or maybe he's going crazy because some potions Maria's given him.
Potions.
And so he's a guy that's why I kind of put him for this, where it's not just a flat out villain role. If they took that route, he could have, a villain of a heart or a villain of a meeting or maybe trying to save his wife. So I think he's very talented. I think he's just a guy that needs to pop up in some comic book movie.
I just picture him having the exact same look as Old Country for an Old Man, like the exact same hair,
bowl cut.
but just like the Kraven like vest.
Yeah.
That'd be intimidating.
I just think about when he's strangling that guy and his eyes are just
Oh,
so
yeah.
crazy. He Kraven is all face work.
I like
You just
that
need
pick.
to, so
I like that pick.
A nice
Javier.
mustache or something.
yeah.
Mustache.
A mustache.
Okay,
Back
so
to Taylor
that means
Field.
Taylor, you are picking between either Jonah or Norman Osborn. So me and
Storm-
Kirkland
Jonah or
get-
Norman Osborn.
Me and
So
Kirkland get the
this
the
is
shit
this
end.
is yeah, this is tricky because
Oh, you get the real shit end of it all. You don't get a second first round
No,
pick.
it's all
I
based
know.
on what Kirkland's gonna pick here. I gotta pick the right thing.
Real strategizing here.
I think I'm gonna go Norman Osborn.
Okay,
Ooh.
wow, not ending the podcast on the big guy.
That's
That's fine.
That's good because I only
I'm
have one
just joking.
pick.
Just
for
joking.
Okay.
Jonas big.
My
He is.
Norman Osborn pick is Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. Cannot picture who that guy
You
looks
would
like.
pick the same guy
Isn't
that
that
played
Vision?
Vision?
Oh shit! It is Vision. Well, you know what? This is fantasy, so I'm picking Paul Bettany.
Okay.
I think he could play a
Wild
really
pick.
good. He's not. Well,
He's
I
a
don't know. Is the show a prequel or a sequel to?
Norman, why do you sound like Vision?
But it doesn't matter. We've seen what Paul Bettany looks like in the MCU. Remember in Infinity War, he
goes-
takes human
He
form.
goes human form.
I'm thinking we'll get
Only
more
Scarlet
like
Witch has
an
seen that.
amazing Spider-Man vibe where he's in the bed and we don't see his face, kind of thing.
Oh,
We saw
God,
his
that's
face
who
in
you
Let's
want.
go.
You get to pick anyone. You pick a guy who gets confined to a bed. You're
He's
crazy.
bedridden.
What the hell?
No, I think
That's the most wild pick of all.
I think they can throw some makeup on there and change his look a little bit.
He loves makeup.
I guarantee you, we're gonna get the second I post these rosters, we're gonna get one fan. That's fucking Vision. you might lose votes with that pick. That's like
Probably be that
that's-
Rick Moranis guy calling me out again.
Anus.
so,
Rick Moranis.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
And
Interesting.
just because you want to
Super
be
interesting.
Norman in the bed.
I want him to be.
Honestly,
no, I
I did not consider him for any of these roles. So you
I-
had me there.
I honestly, like, when I was just looking at the roles, like, I totally forgot he was Vision, but I can picture him as like a Norman Osborn. I think he just has that,
Yeah.
that
He's got the
definitely
chops for it.
profound chop, level.
Profound shop.
Profound chop, yeah.
I just can't remember the last time I saw him play a villain. It'd be a good thing to see him play a villain.
I
See,
wonder.
he's doing that thing again.
What thing?
Yeah. What?
What's your shirt about?
See,
Coiklin Pants.
motherfucker.
Thank you.
It still triggers
Dylan,
Taylor
keeping
every
us on
time.
track. All right, Norman Osborn. These are tricky because I feel like everyone on my list I would be totally happy with them being Norman Osborn. Not
I feel the same way.
Not necessarily like a Green Goblin Norman Osborn, but just Norman Osborn, very charismatic and I don't know, friendly but yet intimidating guy. So I'm gonna go with the man. I just realized that he's already in Marvel, but that's okay. I'm going it anyways because it's fantasy. I'm
Keep the
going.
trend going.
Or should I switch it right
No,
now?
keep the
What's
trend
going on?
going.
Are you gonna do this too?
no, I'm
Keep
not.
the
Alright,
trend.
I'm going
Yeah.
I'm going Josh
it
Brolin.
Marvel or
Josh
MCU?
Brolin. I'm going Josh Brolin. I'm going
Yeah.
full on Josh Brolin.
Yeah. All right.
Did not pick
Fuck you guys.
And you forgot
Did
he
you
was
just
in the
say F you?
MCU?
He's
Did you remember that he was Cable?
And
at
he's
least?
Cable as well. So Feige's gonna give
fine.
him a third.
That's fine.
Wow.
Let's do it. Why
He's
not?
getting those Marvel bucks.
He's the man of the year
hard.
last year.
So as that guy's typing that Vision flat comment, now he just hears Kirkland. He's
100%.
erasing it and typing a new one.
Yeah, that's
Josh
okay.
Brolin.
Anyone allowed to do what they want. I'm gonna stick with my Josh Brolin pick.
Wow.
He's just
Good
such
job.
a charismatic guy.
Yeah.
He looks great in a suit.
I support that.
Yeah.
Imagine that
Thank you.
Ultimate Alliance team bonus when you pick all the Josh Brolin characters.
That'd be great.
That'd be sick.
They all
What would the
voice
team
line.
name
Don't
be?
have any different accents.
Yeah.
Just the exact same.
Ultimate
Bring him into the
Brolin.
studio.
Blawlance.
Hmm?
I was trying to. Yeah, it didn't work.
Just move on.
Yeah. So I'm picking. This was the hardest one for me. This has always been the hardest one. Even now, I don't even know. He's a good actor. It's a good pick in my opinion. But it's just, I think Norman is so tough to cast. Willem Dafoe did such a perfect job. And the best way to describe Green Goblin and Norman Osborn, I picked him with the intent of Norman, but I still picked him with the idea that he could become Green Goblin one day. So you need someone that can do both. He is such a unique character. It's very much like Batman. You need someone that can do Batman and Bruce Wayne. He is the Joker and Lex Luthor in the same character. As Norman, he is this misguided, fatherly figure, can be at times very snaky. And then as Goblin, he's just fucking crazy. He's cackling everywhere. He's throwing pumpkin bombs. So to me, this was honestly the toughest one. This is still the toughest one. This is one, it's not to a Wolverine level, but when they do cast Norman, they really got to get it right. You know, they got to pull, and I trust Feige, a rabbit out of the hat. So I went with a guy, and I had about 5 picks here. I'll reveal them all later, but I went with Matthew McConaughey. That was my pick. He's a very good actor. Why are you laughing?
Just picture those fucking Lincoln car commercials. They don't pay me to drive a car.
He'll do it on a
but I
glider in the
drive
next one. They don't
They
pay
don't
me
pay me to
to
ride
They
a
don't pay me to
glider.
ride a glider, but I do it.
I actually had him as an Uncle Ben pick at one point in time.
Wouldn't that be great if they did cross promotion where he's driving that and then the car explodes and it's him as the Goblin flying
That'd
over
be
the
pretty
car?
sick.
Yeah.
So
Wild.
yeah, the reason I picked him is because he's been talked about a few times. He was actually rumored to play Ego. He apparently turned it down for Dark Tower, which wasn't the greatest. But he recently just said, him and his kids said, it was like a month ago he did this interview. They saw Black Panther and they were just talking about how much they love it. And they said they were teasing like, when are you going to get the money? He's like, don't worry, I'm going to get there. So he's had conversations before. I think he can just do the duality of Matthew McConaughey can be a very warm, inviting individual, very charismatic. He could be funny as well. But then if you've seen True Detective, if you've seen Interstellar, he can just be effing dark. He can just turn it on and just be... And the thing is, I think he can get to the crazy part as well, but the darkness he needs, he could just be so cold. And I think that I can see Matthew McConaughey. The only thing that struck me is the accent. I never thought of Norman having a southern accent, but hey, you know, that can take away from Willem Dafoe, and I bet he has a great laugh. So, and he's a guy in shape as well. If you're going to wear a skin-tight Goblin mask, you got to be in shape, so you got to be throwing those muscles. So, yeah, Matthew McConaughey is my pick. I feel uneasy about it. He's a great actor, but if I had to pick anybody, I think right now in the world, he'd be top 3. So, all right. He's my Goblin.
Pick. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at mine. I had 4 potential picks. And I'm just realizing now that one of these guys is actually in the MCU already.
You were giving me so much shit.
But I totally forgot. And I'm
So
not
did
gonna
I.
I'm not going to pick this person.
Who was it?
I'll reveal after.
Okay.
Okay, this one, you know, looking at my list of 4 now, there's kind of 2 I'm cut in between. And I'm going to go with my heart on this one. Someone who can do the Norman stuff where you got to talk to the public, you got to have this good public appearance, but someone who could also be terrifying in the back room when it comes to Peter Parker. Someone who could probably do
that sounds dirty.
Yeah, it sure does. He can do the dirty, he can do the clean, he can do it all. And I'm going for one. We've seen him do a couple villains before. I'm going with Christoph Waltz. You know, he may not have the classic Norman accent. He may not be from New York, but I think that German really could add to the character, and I think he could do it. I think he's got the
American
face for it
accent
too.
as well. I try. Like he's he did it.
He can speak like a million languages. So
That's true.
I had him as an honorable mention for another pick.
oh,
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah.
that's my pick.
Good pick.
Thank you. So Kirkland, what character are you gonna pick next?
I think I'm gonna go with Triple J.
Triple J.
The one, the only,
Yeah,
the.
there really only is one.
I'm a little disappointed. I'll just say right now, my original pick was Bryan Cranston actually as this role. I could just picture him like. I can't really picture the hair, but like I could see him with the mustache and just like yelling and just being really angry. Yeah, like give me pictures of Spider-Man. Just like really mad like that. So I'm a little disappointed that he got taken. Good pick, Dylan. My backup, I'm not too happy with it. It's probably like a B- pick for me, but
That's what happened.
when you only got one left, right? So the
Paul
big
Bettany.
guy, Jeffrey D. Morgan, I have as Triple J. Like I said, like I can't really picture the look as well as I did for Bryan Cranston, but I don't know. I feel like he could, like it would definitely be a different Jonah Jameson than we had in the last one. I forget the actor's name. Who was he?
J.K.
Simmons.
Yeah,
And I feel
he
like
was
you have
just
to
so
do something
perfect.
different, right?
Exactly, because if you're trying to like have the same look as him, I feel like you just won't get it, and it will just be like people will just be like, oh, it's not as
Yeah.
good as that last one. Whereas if you kind of switch it around, do something different, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like he could definitely be
And
interested in
the
that role.
current MCU like cast are different anyway,
sure,
right? Like
yeah.
they're all different styles.
Yeah,
we
no,
have like
for
young
sure.
Aunt May and
Yeah.
all this. So
Exactly. But yeah, I'm
cool.
B- on that pick for me personally.
I think it's solid.
Thank you.
I mean,
Dylan.
I haven't seen Walking Dead, so I don't really know much.
I
about
haven't
him.
seen Walking Dead either.
Oh, okay. You just picked him.
You've seen
pure
Rampage, Dylan.
Is he in Rampage?
He's that sheriff or whatever.
Oh, great. Love
Where's your
that movie.
Rampage shirt? I thought you had one.
Yikes.
Speaking of shirts, what's that shirt about, Taylor? Anyway, so my pick got taken from
Beat a
Taylor
dead
as
horse
well.
and it's down.
So I'm like Taylor. Although it's almost like those people that make those fans, those shirts, hey? Talk about beating a dead horse. Taylor took my pick. So I have a few that could work and whatnot, but I'm gonna go for just a fun one because I've gone for some like indie actors, whatnot. I've said this for a while that I think at some point in his life he will be in the MCU. I think he'll get another comic book role, but I think a role where he doesn't have to put on the poundage, something that's not too draining on him, something he have some fun with. I'm gonna go with Hugh Jackman as Jonah Jameson because if you've seen him in comedies and stuff like that, he can be a very different character and get really worked up. And I think there's also just a fun meta eye wink if it's Hugh Jackman like demanding pictures of Spider-Man. There's a legendary story where Hugh Jackman almost cameoed on Spider-Man, but they didn't have his leather jacket, so he didn't do it. So stupid. It doesn't matter. Just make him walk in the fucking screen. But hey, Mike.
Yeah, is that just on veering off there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would just be kind of fun. He can be very outrageous, very bombastic. He's a showman, and I also think that's a way you get him in the MCU. Maybe he's even writing about Wolverine at some point, but he just has to sit at a desk, do some hair, and I think it would just be a way to get over J.K. Simmons and the perfection of just like what Hugh Jackman, like that's wild. So yeah, I'm going Hugh Jackman. I have some other picks I think maybe are fitting, but just for some reason I thought, you know what, let's do it up. So
I had him as an honorable mention on one of my other picks. So
this one is by far the one I was least confident on. No one can fit that look for me because it's not just J.K. Simmons to me. It's also like the animated show where it's the exact same as J.K. Simmons, right? Like that is Jonah Jameson to me.
Just bring him back. We'll let you.
Honestly,
do it.
I almost thought about just doing that and cheesing you guys out.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it, and I'm gonna go with one of my backups here, and I'm actually going to stick within the Inglourious Bastards fam. I'm going to go with Brad Pitt on this one.
That's a good pick.
We've seen him recently in Deadpool, but that was more of a cameo than an actual role.
The Vanisher.
I think I was thinking very much Aldo Rain with this, like that kind of style of character. I think he could do it. I think it'd be the same as Hugh Jackman in the sense that it'd just be funny to watch him like asking Spider-Man for pictures or whatever it is in this version of the MCU. But I don't know if he could. I think he could pull off the look, maybe.
I think so. I think that's. I never thought that's a really good pick. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it above all, and I think that's the most important thing here. So.
Now the question is, can he pull off Jigsaw Jameson? That's a shout for the animated fans.
Not many people can. Not many people can.
So Taylor, take us home with who I believe is your pick for Jonah.
Yes, my Jonah Jameson pick is the one and only legendary.
That word's been thrown around like 6 times.
One
now.
and only legendary.
Nicolas Cage. I can't, like obviously J.K. Simmons is definitely like such an icon for that character, but when it comes to my thinking of someone else who can play that role, it's Nick Cage. Take that mom and dad kind of acting style.
Oh yes.
Mix it with a little bit of something else from Ghost Rider.
Dildos, anal beads.
Anal beans.
That's the kind of rage.
You can't check it out anymore. They took it down.
That's the kind of rage that you need to bring to the table of fire with Jonah Jameson.
But
bring me those pictures of Spider-Man.
I actually think it would be amazing. It would be a lot of fun.
We did a commentary track. You can get only audio version, but it's actually not bad when I think about it. And it would be just so outlandish.
He can do the crazy faces. Which
all those faces. Oh yeah.
I don't know if have I ever seen him with like a mustache, like a thick Jonah mustache.
Have you ever watched Kicked Ass?
I was gonna say
I have, but it's been a while.
It's not too thick in that movie though.
Okay.
Thick.
But he could definitely pull off the cigar at least.
Oh.
He's
No,
played
he
Ghost
just-
Rider.
yeah.
He's played
Cigar.
Superman. He's played Big Daddy. So
Well, he was
Ew.
cast as Superman. He never played Superman though,
yeah,
right?
he did.
He played him?
Yep.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch that documentary
Well,
yet.
you should. And
I
he
want
also
to.
played him last year in Teen Titans Go, the animated movie, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you're talking about how I get that
Boom.
point if I pick Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Dylan, read
Yeah.
off your list
flex.
again, and then when you have any honorable mentions, you can shout those out, and we'll go around the room and do that.
Okay. Let's see. What order am I gonna do this in? Okay, my Uncle Ben. I went with Bryan Cranston. Similar to that kind of what we all did. I had potential picks of Matt Damon and Kevin Bacon. Matt Damon has technically been in the MCU, but
I had Kevin Bacon as well.
yeah, I think he would be
Yeah.
really fun actually.
And he's actually worked with the director,
Yeah.
John Watts, before. So
He
yeah,
was
I
my
had him.
number 2 pick
Yeah.
for sure. For Jonah, I went with Brad Pitt. My other ones were very different style. I had John Hamm potentially.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's all right. I wasn't too happy with it. My other one was Jonah Hill, just because it would be like a totally different take of the character, and I think it could be fun. I
That's
also
a
just
wild
watched
one.
like 21 Jump Street again recently, and like he's just so fucking funny in that movie. I think he could be good. Hobgoblin. I went with Bill Skarsgård. My only other pick was Steve Buscemi, so
Let's go.
Kirkland stole that one from beneath me. For Black Cat, I went with Emilia Clarke. I also had Naomi Scott on my list as a honorable mention. The other one I'm gonna leave one of them off because we're doing a Batman one of these, and I might reuse this person somewhere else. The other one I had is Anya Taylor-Joy, who is in Split.
That's a good one.
'Cause
And New Mutants.
yeah, and
Great
New Mutants. She was my pick if I was gonna go for someone younger to like kind of match Tom Holland's age, but I ended up not going for that route, obviously. For Doc Ock, I went with Jesse Plemons. I don't really want to shout out my other ones there. For Kraven, my other pick
playing
was
the long game.
my other pick for Kraven. I went with Dwayne Johnson, but my other pick was Channing Tatum, also in that realm of just big character, also 21 Jump Street hype.
Yeah.
And then I also shouted out Kraven. Apparently, I don't know why I wrote Kraven. I think that's kind of funny. I'm actually gonna leave it there. Let's see, and then Norman Osborn. I went with Christoph Waltz. My MCU pick that I forgot was MCU was James Spader actually, who did the voice of Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You never see him, like he's
No.
never an actor in it. But my other, like I would be pretty confident with this pick. I would be pretty happy with it. Is Viggo Mortensen. I think he could pull off like everything I said with Christoph Waltz, like just the dynamic aspect of it, and that'd be really fun to see. But I'm pretty happy with Christoph Waltz. Yeah, those are mine.
Taylor Fields.
Taylor.
Good list, Dylan. By the way, I forgot to mention that.
Thanks.
actually took Christoph Waltz off of me from another draft.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Another draft.
Like
Yeah.
the Batman one?
You can
You
use
can
him in
use him for
Batman.
I
That's a
can?
different
Yeah,
cast.
it's different drafts, different universes.
So now I know.
Different episode.
Oh, I
as well.
thought it was one of those things where you weren't like
No,
double dipping in
these
the
are
pot
separate
like you were
episodes.
talking about earlier.
No,
That was a flavor choice.
that was a-
He-
yeah, that was
Taylor, I have the
Yeah.
exact same list for my Batman one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bryan Cranston as Catwoman.
Ooh. So my Norman Osborn.
Norman.
Norman Storman. Norman Osborn.
There you go, Storm and Norman.
Paul Bettany.
Oh yeah. Fuck that pick. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, Taylor. I'm sorry.
Doc Ock. I got Joseph
Do you-
Gordon-Levitt.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
No.
Okay, wow, just to the
I
bone.
was very confident in my
Straight
picks.
to the
Oh,
bone.
okay, fair enough.
Black Cat. Kiernan Shipka.
I'm just gonna go Sally.
Sally.
From John.
Sally
Mad
Field.
Men.
Jonah Jameson. Nick Cage.
Great pick.
Uncle Ben. George Clooney.
I thought you were just spelling out a name.
Kraven. Liev Schreiber.
Okay, now we're getting a little out
A
there.
little loose around the tongue.
Nice word.
And Hobgoblin. Fionn Whitehead, which is a weird, interesting last name.
Weird and interesting.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I've heard worse.
It's true.
Kirkland Patzer.
Goiklin.
Do you want a specific order? Do you want the
No,
order
I'm
that
just
you
going.
gave it?
I'm
Okay,
just
I'm gonna
going.
do the opposite order then, from down to up. Uncle Ben pick Joaquin Phoenix.
Mm.
No honorable mentions.
Wow, so you were really banking on no one picking.
I was
Phoenix
really and I also didn't take that as like my one.
then. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm
What
glad you didn't, but you know.
do you mean? Nobody had Joaquin Phoenix. That was good.
I know, but for my soul, I didn't know who you had.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you would have said Uncle Ben, I would have been very
Tom
nervous
Hanks or
until you
something.
said,
Yeah. Okay. Triple J Jonah Jameson. My original pick was Bryan Cranston, but I went with Jeffrey D. Morgan. Hubba Baba Goblin
Hubba Bubba.
was Steve Buscemi. No honorable
Yes.
mentions. One and done. Black Cat pick, Naomi Scott. My honorable mention, I added Kiernan Shipka because I was really, really inspired by your pick. And my other honorable mention.
You added it after he picked it? Wow.
As my honorable mention. And then
Taking credit for
I
Taylor's
like it,
work.
honestly. I know it's a
a good
wig,
pick.
but the white hair, I could.
Thank you,
It works.
No
appreciate
Paul
it.
Bettany.
Yeah. No Paul Bettany. As Black Cat. My other honorable mention for Black Cat was Vanessa Kirby.
Okay.
from
Oh yeah,
Mission
she would have
Impossible.
been a little older than him. Yeah.
Yeah, just white hair from Fallout kind of inspired me from
Sure.
it, and she's got that slender gymnast physique that I'm
You're
looking
all about
for.
those active.
You hear that,
women.
Naomi Scott?
Yeah.
Do your cartwheels.
Yeah.
Doc Ock, I went with Fassbender, although my original first pick that I ended up switching around was Christoph Waltz.
Okay.
I don't know, I just thought he could be a good
We
Doc
had a
Ock,
lot in
but
common.
yeah, we did. Even Josh Brolin is Norman Osborn, right?
Oh yeah.
No, I think it was the age thing that I kind of went around with, and I want another like Magneto styled Fassbender role, so like a superhero villain, but
Not ready
yeah.
to say bye yet.
Not ready to say bye. Kraven, I went with Luke Evans. My other honorable mentions were Liev Schreiber, Hugh Jackman.
Was it Liev Schreiber after Taylor said that? Just like the
No,
other one?
I
Okay.
had him already. Hugh Jackman,
No.
I wanted to throw in there, and my other one, I don't know, I thought it would be fun. I didn't end up going with it, but Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
It would have been a slender Kraven, but
Yeah.
he would have been fun.
He could get beefed
honestly,
up. I think.
yeah.
I want that
You think
more
so?
than the
I
Wolverine.
think he would do it for Kraven.
You want him more? Sorry, what did
I
you
want
say?
that more than Wolverine because
Oh,
people are
okay.
making petitions for me Wolverine, and I don't want that. I
Yeah,
don't.
He's always drawn to interesting stories.
I know he is. I just don't think he has the level of acting to pull off Wolverine. No shots.
Ooh.
He can pull off many things.
That
I don't
is
know
a
if it's
shot.
He's
Wolverine.
alienated some of our fans.
Yes, sir.
Keanu too.
We have
Him,
a lot
Scott,
of Keanu
him,
fans.
Naomi, and Jesse were all watching this again. Like fuck.
All right, Norman Osborn. I went with Josh Brolin.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial pick.
Yeah,
My original first pick though was gonna be Jeffrey D. Morgan as Norman Osborn, but Bryan Cranston got stolen for somewhere else on the list, so I had to go with Jeffrey D. Morgan because he was my only backup for Triple J. My other honorable mention was Michael Fassbender, which I ended up going with
I
somewhere else.
wish. I wish. Yeah.
And my other one, this is kind of an interesting one, but Mads Mikkelsen.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like that would be more like I saw him kind of more of like a Green Goblin, Norman
Mhm.
Osborn, as opposed to just like full on charismatic
Yeah.
that I ended up going with. But
Mm.
yeah,
I thought of
Not-
him as a
not-
Doc
not
Ock,
saying
actually.
That's my I think
Mads Mikkelsen.
I
Yeah.
think they screwed up putting him in Doctor Strange. He's the perfect
Yeah,
Doc Ock, and now he's stuck in the dark zone with Dormammu somewhere. It's just like you could see him with the glasses and the arms, and he could be that professor.
They should still bring that guy back. He's a cool kid.
They should bring him back, but man, if they knew they were getting Spider-Man, they could have not done that, and he should have been Doc Ock. It just, he would be perfect.
it would have been fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Peter.
Yeah, so yeah, that's
That'd
I didn't have Mads, but that's always been my go-to. I had Gary Oldman for Doc Ock potentially. I was sticking in that realm, and then I also had Cranston for Doc Ock as a potential honorable
Mhm.
mention.
Did I have Cranston as Doc Ock? I don't think so.
You had
Oh, you
Cranston
had him
for
on
Uncle
your-
Ben, right?
Yeah,
You
but
had like a.
you full on looked at me
Yeah.
though. I feel like,
Because you picked him, right?
but someone else picked. I didn't pick him.
As
I picked Cranston.
you as for Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
There's a lot of names here, you know.
It's fair.
Uncle Ben, I had Josh Brolin and Paul Bettany. No, I'm joking.
Hey, let's go.
The only other one I had
James
for
Spader.
Uncle Ben was Christoph Waltz, but I wasn't confident in that. I just thought he's a nice looking guy and he feels friendly. I was thinking Django vibes. Let's see. For Norman, I had Leo, even though I don't think Leo would do it, but I thought Matthew could get picked, so Leo. John Hamm, Matthew Rise. No one knows who that is, but he's from The Americans. He's a great actor. Brad Pitt. Joel Edgerton I would love it. And this is the one that falls out as well. I had him for Hobgoblin, but if I had my choices, someone said, and I guess I was maybe lying earlier, is if there is one perfect Goblin, I honestly do believe Michael C. Hall's the perfect Norman Osborn. I just don't think they'd ever cast him because I think they want to get some star power
But
behind
it's your
Norman.
dream pick. Travis.
I know, but my critiques, I still play with some rules. Oh yeah, that Skittles gift, that is my
I totally
favorite.
forgot about Joel.
Is that
Edgerton.
Michael C. Hall?
I always
Yeah.
do.
That
He's
gift?
great.
I
but
never
always
knew.
forget
That's
about
Michael
Michael
C.
C.
Hall.
And
Dexter.
just because, he did some Skittles commercial for Super Bowl, yeah. But like, just because if you think about him in if you think about him in Dexter, he just plays so many different roles. He has that face for Norman, and to me, he is the perfect Norman Green Goblin pick. But I just think they'll go with a sexier pick. For Kraven, I picked. Oh, I guess I didn't say who I actually picked. Norman, I picked Matt.
I can
Matthew
just picture a
McConaughey.
scene right now of Michael C. Hall patting Peter on the shoulder, and then he gets like a spider sense activated.
Oh, yeah.
That would be sick.
And he
My
just has
spider
that
sense
voice.
is tingling, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
Uncle Ben, I had Tom Hanks. Doc Ock, I had Colin Firth. Craven, I had Javier Bardem. I also had Joe Manganiello as Craven, and Pedro Pascal.
Pedro
see.
Pascal, eh? I
Yeah.
think that would have been a...
Yeah, he's in a Wonder Woman now, so maybe not. Black Cat, this is the one that was tough for me because I wanted to go with her. She might be a bigger star, but I went with my actual pick was Samara Weaving, but the back it was Elizabeth Lail. She plays Beck in You.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought I could see it. I could see the Felicia Hardy. I don't know about the Black Cat stuff, but I saw the
Right.
Felicia stuff because Beck is kind of annoying sometimes. That and Felicia's kind of
Right.
annoying, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Not a bad pick at all.
Not a bad
Jonah, I picked Hugh Jackman. George Clooney was my main pick. Kevin Bacon was one as well. And then Mark Maron from he has a podcast, and then he's also in Glow, so he's a good actor. And then you'll see him soon. He's coming up in Joker. Dan Stevens, I picked. Hobgoblin. I picked Dan Stevens. I had Michael C. Hall for that, and then because I had you, I put Penn Badgley, the guy who plays Joe in You, just because I had him there and I thought about her. I'm like, okay. Those were some picks where it's like, if I don't get certain ones, I need backup. So
If you're feeling risky.
yeah, so those are our picks. So I'm
Fun.
going to make a nice, fun collage, and that's going to go up on our Facebook. So let us know who you would cast, and then throw some votes. There are going to be emojis and everything. You can vote and everything. If you watch this, you don't need to tell us about Brolin and Bettany or anybody like that. We know. Vote with your heart.
I actually casted Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, in case you didn't know. So I probably have the best list.
That's a lie.
That's a hard lie.
Taylor, where can they find us?
They can find us, ladies and gentlemen, with your internet connection. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. With your internet connection, ladies and gentlemen, or your data, because we're data worthy. If you want to save your money, use that internet, and you just tune in the search bar. Type in Geek vs. Space Podcast. But before you get to there, you got to type in Facebook. So go to Facebook, and in that search bar, type in Geek vs. Space Podcast. In the drop-down menu, you're going to see all this awesome stuff, but you got to make sure you click on the one with the awesome GV logo. It is green. Can't miss it. It's right there in front of you, and then you're going to find all this awesome content. Like this right now.
Spider-Man Far From Home review coming up. That's going to be fun.
All the Spidey
That's
content.
going to be all four of us doing that. So, that's going to be great because Mysterio, we've been waiting for that. People are saying.
Remember that movie's on a Tuesday, so our review is going to be either on Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday,
probably.
officially.
The movie comes out on Wednesday?
No, Tuesday, but our review will be Wednesday.
Oh.
Because of that guy.
I'm seeing it Wednesday.
Yeah.
Fucking
so we got to wait for
guy.
him.
Fucking
Or we
guy.
could just-
Wait, so we're reviewing it after you're done your movie at like 10 p.m.?
No, I'm seeing it like 12 in the morning.
Oh, shit.
Or afternoon, sorry.
That is
I'm
late.
seeing like the early showing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, check out for that. That's going to be fun. We got Mysterio. People are saying some
Good
really
to know.
spicy post-credit scenes. So, there's going to be a lot to break down. So, that's exciting. So, if you want to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or the podcast feeds or video, just head down in the description below. We have every single link. And please subscribe. And if you like what we did here, please leave us a review. We're trying to hit 200 reviews on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for all the reviews recently. They've been very nice, very kind. Until you hear from us next time, it'll not be boring, and we'll catch you on the web.
Catch you on the web. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Have a good one.
You don't want any part of this? Mysterio
So-
says that.
It's like I feel like I
Wall
should
crawling
make it
menace.
into a GIF, but you were doing the Skittles thing, but
Oh,
you
I was
didn't do
doing-
the thing. You full on went.
Oh yeah.
Good, make that gift.
When I get
I did that
Skittles?
too when we were talking about juggling dudes. I did one of those.
That's what you were doing.
I did one of those.
So wait a second. You said
When
you
I
had
get
no honorable
Skittles-
mentions for any of those, but then you said at some point you were juggling someone.
I was juggling between Nicolas Cage and George Clooney for their roles.
Okay, fair
His
enough.
list was
Yeah.
just a blank sheet. He was
when
just
did you
going
make
off
your
his
list,
mind.
Taylor?
Today.
I'm
When
just
Travis told me, yeah,
Because he literally asked me this morning, "What's the cast tonight?" I said the
Oh my
draft.
God.
and then I sat
Taylor,
down.
you've fallen
Wow.
off the wagon.
I
What are you
thought I
doing?
was kind of
Oh, yeah.
close. I
Falling
didn't mind
on the
last night at
wagon?
midnight.
No,
No,
you'd
you're
fall
falling
off.
off.
How would you fall onto a wagon? That would be like incredibly precise. Like you'd know exactly what you're doing.
Oh,
That's like Assassin's Creed level shit. I fell onto the wagon.
So when you're drinking and or when you're sober and you're like 6 months sober, but then you start to get drunk again, you're drinking again. Is that getting on the wagon or getting off the wagon?
So it's bad if you fall off a wagon, right?
Yeah, it's bad
Because you want to get off a wagon. You don't want to fall off of a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a bad thing if you fall off a
So
wagon.
does that mean but when you're getting on the wagon, that doesn't mean you're drinking?